Hello everybody, my name is Alan, I'm from Sauber-Lab, and today I will explain a little bit more about hard drives, but not what hard drive that you should choose, but if you should choose a refurbished one or used one against of a new hard drive. First thing, I decided to make this video after comments of my friend. He bring to me 4 of those hard drives where he find the Facebook market, and they say, Alan, this hard drive was really cheap and was interesting because it's Dell Constellation Enterprise hard drives, and those should be used for a long time, 20/7, and really strong, made for resisting server environmental. So he bring to me those 4 hard drives and say, what do you think about it? And first thing, I will look some informations. So then I decided to post this video because if he has this question and he was not sure about it, I'm sure that the other people will not be sure about it as well. So if you like this idea and want to learn and see a little bit more about it, don't forget to leave your like first of all, consider to subscribe for the channel, and let's see and let's understand a little bit more about those. So let's do it. First thing, when I look for those hard drives, principally it's a Constellation option that's Enterprise. Normally they are SAS option. Lucky him that he got correctly, and it's a SATA connection. So potentially I can only use one of those, connect it to my hard drive and run it and check all the informations. Otherwise, if he don't have a SAS RAID or a RAID controller, do not be able to read if it's SAS. Second thing that he needed to look, this hard drive, when I look for this date, I don't know if you guys can see, it's produced in January 2012. At the moment we are in 2020, so over 10 years ago. And if you think that the hard drive has been produced over 10 years ago, have 2 options. Or they live for 10 years hiding someplace and they didn't use at all. Or the other option, they use a lot. They really use a lot, and now that it's end of life of this system, they decided to scrap it or maybe get some extra coins only for the weight of the metal, but it's not worth. Apparently, we're gonna check if it's working. He told that it was working, so it's great to start. But what's the risk that we're gonna have? First of all, when the hard drive run for a long time, the manufacturer say this hard drive is rated to be, I don't know, 1 million hours on. That's equivalent for 5-6 years on all time, and as well have some rate of record. Normally they say you can have 300 terabytes a year or 500 or 600 terabytes a year. Is the difference between an enterprise or NAS grade. They are properly made to rest for a long time and to have a long time recording. Compare a computer grade, you're gonna have half of this. They will be rated for 50 terabytes. 100 terabytes mass. This one could be 5-10 times more, so you can record much more times. Other thing, they are made to be on 20/7. They will not burn if they stay working as well. With a lot of hard drive vibrate each other, they will not have any problem. But what my concern, it's a 10 years old hard drive. I don't know what condition that was. In those 10 years, I doubt that they was not on for a long time. We can check it, and this reason that I want to show you. But first I will get my cable, connect my 12 volts here, connect to my hard drive and connect to my computer. This configuration is not ideal to be for a long time, but only for a trial it's totally fine. So let's do it, and that we can jump for the computer and see some informations. So once that I put the hard drive in the computer, I can see that it's 1 terabyte hard drive. That is great. Also, I have no format. At least the person that sell those hard drive clean it, and it's 0 information there. It's a good start. Other thing, I have any information about this one? It's working? No, I don't have any information. If you're using the Open Media Valve, I will go show an example. You can come here in the option for Smart. You can select device if it's enabled. You can select any device that you have. Go information, attribute, and now you can see some informations. If I expand a little bit this page, only for you to see what I'm talking about. So here I have the start and stop count. It means that this hard drive has been restarted 160 times. Also, if I look for power on hours, it means that 7,722 hours running. If I look here, I don't have anything that's affect it initially. Also, if I look for my status, they say that's good, no problem. But if I use Windows and I don't want to use, I have a lot of programs that you can download and you have this option. One of the programs that I use is this one, only because it's easy, not necessarily that you need to go for a premium option. The free, it's already show all these options. And if you want to do some tests or some benchmark to your hard drive, then it's worth a little bit better, but the free option work well. And you're gonna have exactly this screen. If I look from this one, they already show that this hard drive is my 1 terabyte, exactly the same one that's connected. And I have relocated section count 48. And if I look here in the bottom, it means that I have some damaged sections for this hard drive. So I know why they sold. They sold this hard drive because have some damaged sections and what it's affect. If you have a lot of data in these hard drives, they are one indicator that the hard drive could fail. If I look here, they have a restart only 48 times, so it's not so many times, and have 1,352 hours running time. So I believe that over these 10 years that this hard drive, most of them was off, was turn off this server. When it was on, for any reason, they vibrate a little bit and have some sections damaged. So if I go out from the computer, I can explain a little bit more. These hard drives didn't run so long. I believe that they have most of the time holding some place, but for any reason have some damage section. What could affect and create this damage section? Imagine that those hard drive was too close and they vibrate, and one affect the vibration for the other and damage a little bit this, damage a little bit the disk, so have some damage sections. Other thing, it's for age. If you leave too long hard drive, the chance to have issue it's high. For 1,300 hours, I believe that they didn't run for so much, so potentially could come from the manufacturer some issue, but after 10 years you cannot have any warranty or anything that can guarantee. They have some options to get from this PC board and reset it, and that's it's gonna be difficult to identify how long they run. It's a lot of things. But first thing that called my attention, 10 years it's not a good sign, because normally this enterprise only 5 years warranty, so it's really long. The technology it's still really similar, but it's too long time since that has been manufactured, and it's risk. Other thing, depend what kind of information that you hold. In the case of my colleague, will work really well because he pay really cheap and he only gonna use for media, and those media will be able to download again. Also, he will not do any RAID because he will use the MergeFS to get all those hard drives, and if he fail one of hard drives, will not affect the rest. If I wanted to put RAID, it's a risk. Yes, it's definitely a high risk. Why it? Because RAID, they will have the data plus the parity. Data plus the parity. It means that if you lose one hard drive, the parity of the other's hard drive will be able to rebuild that hard drive that you lose. But imagine that this parity is exactly in that damage section. What it will affect? This means that when they will try to recover the RAID, they will have misinformation read, and that's the parity will not recover effective because it will calculate all the information, and this reason you have a risk to have more damage information. And what means this damage information? The hard drive, they will try to avoid it kind of, but they will end up recording some information. Imagine that you have a line that's exactly area that they want to record, and they will not be able to record information effective, and that when they're gonna try to read it, they will read not effective. Imagine that you have a picture, so a picture will be half picture visible and half picture not visible, or only some lines visible because the rest of information was damaged. The same thing for a video. You can have a video and some sections of the video don't find any information because that information is damaged, is not there. So it's the risk. He gonna use for me, as I told, he gonna use for videos, and if he has any video damage, he can re-download it and it will not affect so much. But if you're gonna use for other application, I would say that's okay. Let's give a supposition. You go for a holiday in Spain, really great, you get a lot of pictures, really like these holidays, and you don't believe that you're gonna be there soon, or you're not gonna see that specific attraction that you want. You want to have in a safe place, also everything in the same place, and that's after 2-3 years you want to see those pictures. But that's a picture was recorded exactly in the area that have the damage section. When you're gonna try to open that picture, they will have only half picture. or when you want to open that video, they will not open that video. And you're gonna be frustrated because that specific information that you have, you're not gonna be able to recover it again. Also, when they started to have some bad sections, alright, it's a sign that your hard drive is going to fail and increase the risk to have more damaged sections for your hard drive. So time by time, if you leave it on, the risk that you're gonna have more problems there will be high, and that's you need to consider what it's worth for you. You can accept those problems or you cannot accept those problems. So this video I try to get the idea why you should or shouldn't have a refurbished hard drive. If you want to save money, only do some tries, but you're not gonna put any important information, yes, go for a refurbished one. You can save it money, but remember, the lifetime for a hard drive will be short. It's a gamble. It means that they can rest for 1 day, 2 days, or can rest for more 5, 6 years and it will not have so many problems. So you need to balance. Normally, if they are made for 5 years, because the manufacturer already tried it and can guarantee that 5 years will be rest enough and no problem. But have component per component. Some of those will get a little bit low and some of those will be a little bit less. Only the risk of fail will be higher. So in my view, I will never buy used hard drives. I will get only new, but it's your call. So if you like this video and think that it was interesting and you want to have more videos for the same way, please don't forget to leave your like, consider to subscribe for the channel, leave your comments with suggestions, and see you next time. Bye.